Will you survive brightside? Let us know in the comments. Haha, let's go!
So, you're on a desert island
crap, we're
and
already
you're
starting.
starving. You find a bush filled with berries.
Yep.
You eat a few, but start to feel sick.
Yep.
A local, "Hey, I thought this was uninhabited." They tell you that eating watermelons and grapes will get rid of the poison, but apples and carrots will make things worse. In front of you, there are tomatoes, cabbages, oranges. Which one do you eat?
What?
Grapes and apples.
Stop with the updates.
Haha.
Tomatoes, really? You'll
Like
survive more
watermelons
than
and
me?
grapes, they also grow on vines, unlike the rest.
What are you talking? Oh my god, they're
You're
really
lost
okay.
in the
Haha.
desert with
We got
just
this.
one bottle of water, but you don't know where the nearest water source is. What do? Cover yourself with your backpack to avoid sweating? Walk as quickly as you can to find water? Find shade and rest.
I'm trying to use my survival instincts.
The best option
Are you
is the
kidding me?
last one. When it gets dark, you can walk further and find help.
Yeah, but it's colder. You're not supposed
While
to walk during the
sightseeing in the
nighttime.
town, a volcano erupts nearby. There's no lava coming out, just thick black smoke. You see three
Like this
potential routes
game.
to safety. Which one do you take? A tall lighthouse is a few feet away, a basement, a car in front of you.
Basement. That's funny.
Here.
You take a car, get out of there.
Go to the basement
What do
and
you mean?
close the door behind you. Lava smoke
do
travels
you-
fast, and it can reach the tallest point of the lighthouse.
Yeah, I get that.
Can travel
It's 3
fast.
p.m.,
Yeah,
and
but-
while walking in the middle of a
Right. Oh my
desert,
God.
you come across a tall tower with a crazy scientist living there. He tells you that if you
Great
want to make it
Scott.
out alive, you must calculate the height of his tower.
Huh?
What do you use? Fallen tree branches, your shadow, your watch.
You can see its shadow on the ground.
Yeah.
Your shadow.
Are you?
Since you know how tall you are, you can calculate how many times your shadow fits into the tower
What do you
shadow.
mean?
Because the tower's shadow.
You're at a water park,
And you
and
Yeah,
you
but
have
know
been
how
taken
tall you are.
captive by a super.
Hold
So
on.
how many times would your shadow fit into their shadow?
Yeah, but how's that gonna prove a measurement? In my head, okay, I know I'm being a little bit much here, but in my head, the only thing you can't see Vivi, but she's like, but it's like your shadow at an angle is either bigger or smaller. So you're using your shadow that could be bigger or smaller relative to your body, and then you're gonna use that to measure the tower's height.
Well,
Your
no. The tower's height, its shadow would also be slanted just as much.
Maybe I'm just stupid. Oh yeah, because he could be like 6 feet, but his shadow could be like 3 feet. But it would still make sense because he's 6 feet tall. So he could still use the measurement of himself, according to the castle.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Villain.
I'm just
he
dumb.
takes you to the highest point of the park and shows you 3 slides.
Okay.
An orange one, a green one, and a yellow one. One leads to a pool filled with acid,
Ooh.
one to a tropical paradise, and the other to a volcano filled with lava. The supervillain tells you, in a parallel world, the purple slide leads to freedom. Which one do you choose?
I have something to comment on this too. Why are those slides together? Why is the lava slide next to the acid slide? Like, no matter what, you go on your slide, your onion rings. That's what we call it here on the Plus Nut channel.
Not if you go to the tropical resort.
Yeah, but we're guessing at this point. Crap.
Yeah, say green.
I was gonna say green.
The yellow slide.
Why?
Yellow is the opposite of purple.
What are you talking about?
You're-
What does that have to do with survival?
Because the purple
Oh.
was leading to freedom
Okay.
in an alternate dimension. If the alternate dimension is an opposite dimension, and it leads to freedom there, but it's purple, in this dimension, it'd be yellow and lead to freedom.
She gets her smarts from me.
On a
I get my
trip into
smarts
the
from my
wild.
2
A
parents.
huge angry elephant has
Me and your
spotted
mom.
you, and it's running
My
towards
mom
you.
and my dad.
What do you
Yeah, I
do?
know.
Run
I'm
down
kidding,
a
I
steep
love you.
slope leading to
I
a
love you
river.
too. I'm just
You're
Climb up
rubbing
a
off
tall
on
tree
me.
right next
just
to
a
you.
stepfather.
Run straight
You're rubbing
towards
off
some
on
other
me.
animals, hoping
I'm
it'll lose
obsessed with
sight of you.
mustard now, that's all you. Wait,
Shoot.
what?
No, don't climb a tree. Yeah.
No.
No, don't climb a tree. Bears
Run
can
down
climb
the steep
trees.
slope. Elephants avoid areas with high elevation to stop
I
themselves
got an
from being
Elephant.
achievement
injured.
for changing your mind.
During a camping trip, you
Elevation.
realize you have no water.
What?
But you're very thirsty.
Idiot.
There are 3 ways to get water. Which one is the least dangerous? Harvest some from a cactus. Drink the water from a stagnant lake.
Nope.
No.
Take some water from a flowing river.
Absolutely.
There has to be things in the river.
It's flowing, so it goes through rock and stuff.
Cactus water isn't the safest, and a stagnant lake is filled with bacteria and parasites.
Mhm.
The least
You need
dangerous
flowing
option
water.
is the flowing river.
It's still bad, but better.
You've been stuck in the wild for days, and you have no idea which way leads to civilization.
He's a
Which
swear
side do
wreck.
you follow? A plane passing overhead, a flowing river,
Look at
a
us.
group of animals.
That could lead back to
Your
civilization.
best bet is the
What?
river. Since
Why?
the beginning of time,
Oh.
people have built villages.
Hold on. Because, sorry, I'm pausing a lot here, but
Yeah,
this
they
has
say
me really
because.
thinking. No, it does make sense, and I don't know why I didn't do it, but it's like, you follow the river because usually there's like boats or someone on the river, but it just seemed like
How
the
are you
right-
going to keep up with an airplane? Now
I'm
that
not
I
saying
think about
I'm
it.
not saying keep up with the airplane, but the airplane gives you a general direction.
What if they change course?
Yeah, and that's why I'm like,
Like if they
Trapped.
turn?
yeah, yep. No, she's right. I'm
Villages
the
along
dumb one.
riverbanks.
Can you believe that? Like, comment, and survive.
A mysterious
attention in school.
biologist invites you to his home for dinner.
I'm gonna win
He
now. Hold
takes you
on.
down to the basement and puts 3 plates of weird items on the table. One has wild white mushrooms with white gills. The second is filled with castor beans. The third has some fish brains. Which one is safe to eat?
We don't know what the mushroom is. We're wrong.
The plate of fish brains is the only dish that isn't poisonous. But the dinner isn't over yet.
Okay.
You're taken into a room with 3 large tanks filled with salt water. You must stay in one of them for 5 minutes.
Oh,
The biologist promises to set you free if you make it out alive.
what do you
The
guys think?
first contains 6 great white sharks. The
6?
second has 70 piranhas. The last one is filled with dangerous box jellyfish. Which could you survive in?
One of those only live in freshwater?
In the second tank,
Ah, I
piranhas
knew
are
it was
freshwater
piranha.
fish.
I
they
knew it.
can't survive in salt water.
I didn't know that, honestly. But
I
chose-
knew
You're
one of them
leading an
only survived in
expedition to-
freshwater. That's
Oh,
only what makes sense.
I was choosing the sharks for some dumb reason.
I
Because
followed your lead.
well, it's like piranhas actually like they did like tests. You can throw stuff in there and you won't get like murdered by them. Like the movies are all fake and stuff
They
like that.
kill
That's just
only
from what
about
I've
one
seen.
person a year.
The North Pole. As you're sailing there, a huge chunk of ice falls
Don't
into the
quote me
water,
on that, by the way.
causing a large wave to come your way.
Okay.
What do you tell your crew to do? Stop the ship
Kiss
and
your,
stay until the
butt
wave
goodbye?
passes? Start moving in the opposite direction. Keep going and lean into the wave as it hits.
Lean into the wave as it hits.
I clicked first. It was my idea.
Leaning into the wave is the only way to get some balance. Anything else will cause your ship to capsize.
Also, if you tried running away,
You're
the wave
stuck in
would
a
just
room
get
that's
bigger.
slowly filling up
Yeah.
with water. Help is 6 minutes away.
I already
The
know what
water
this
will
is.
reach the ceiling in just 2 minutes. But on the floor, there's a tree branch,
I go with the
a
bucket.
straw, a bucket.
Yeah,
Which one
I actually
will buy
tested
you
this
some
theory.
time?
I accidentally tested this in
I clicked
the
it first.
kitchen sink. I tested it in the kitchen sink. I took one of our Tupperware dishes,
The bucket.
put it in the water. It
Flip
kept
it
all
over
the
your
water.
head, and
like,
it'll
on the
create an air
outside.
bubble that
I
will
felt
allow
the
you
inside.
to
The
breathe for a
inside was
while.
bone dry.
While out camping,
good.
you come across an angry brown bear that's coming closer and closer to you. What should you do? Start running as fast as you can.
Nope.
No.
Fall to the ground and pretend you're unconscious. Stay still
depends.
and don't move.
Those are the choices. Fetal position, but I'm gonna go with stand your ground, don't move.
Fall to the ground.
Yep.
They said
That
brown
way,
bear.
The bear won't see you as a threat.
They said brown bear.
I thought I had to be bigger than a
Oliver's
bear.
trapped in the freezing
yeah,
north.
it's a brown bear. It's not
David
grizzly.
is lost in the desert without any clothes. Who will collapse first? David.
Dang
The cold
it.
weather makes Oliver shiver. His muscles tighten and loosen very fast to keep him warm. But David quickly becomes dehydrated in the sun.
Yeah.
While walking through a dense jungle, you get bitten on the leg by a venomous snake.
Why?
How can you survive? By drawing the venom out with your mouth.
No.
Washing the wound with water and a cloth. By tying your leg with a piece of your shirt.
Go ahead, choose. It's suck it out.
Tying your leg
What do
will
you
prevent
mean?
the venom from reaching
If you suck it
the
out,
rest
it
of
still
your
goes
body.
into your mouth and back into your body.
Yeah, but you
so
spit it out.
spreads.
That's what I've always been taught. You know what? I'm confused.
But if you spit it out, you
confused.
still have that leftover in your mouth. Kind of like when you eat steak, there's still steak bits left in your teeth. Or when you brush your teeth, you can't get all the spit out without rinsing out your mouth. So if you try just spitting out the snake venom after sucking it, it'd still go in your mouth and spread through your body. If you tried washing it in, you'd probably wash it in deeper and irritate your skin with the rag. And but if you tie your leg, you can cut off the circulation there, so it won't spread to the rest of your body.
Yeah, but you're not cutting off the. Here's my problem with it. When you tie a tourniquet on your leg, that's what they're called. When you tie a tourniquet, it doesn't cut off the blood flow. You can't cut off the blood flow, otherwise you'll lose
They
the
said
limb.
tie off. They never said it was a tourniquet.
Yeah, that's what that is. You tie it off and stuff like that. What's the difference between a tie off and a tourniquet? Nothing.
No, they didn't say like you tie it off. They said tie your legs. They said tie around a like band around your leg.
So the idea
They
here,
didn't say it was whatever you said.
the idea here is to stop the circulation of blood flow. All your veins lead to your heart, so you get bit by a venomous snake. That's what you're worried about because your heart will pump it through your body.
And you didn't choose that answer.
Well, no, hold on. So the way that they say when you get bit by something poisonous, if you have someone there with you, they can suck it out because they'll draw the poison out. So to me, that's what makes more sense than tying your leg off, because you can have a tourniquet and yeah, it might last long, but when you walk, what happens? Your heart pumps. It'll pump even more now that you got bit because your adrenaline's going. So either way, it's like it doesn't seem to really make that much sense. So I don't know. How about you guys in the comments? I've talked long enough. You guys in the comments
Game
let us
says
know
I'm right.
what actually works. Yeah, the game.
Game says I'm
As you're
right.
driving down the road, you come across a fallen tree blocking your way. You get out of the car and try to move it, but then you see a huge tornado coming towards you.
What?
Boy, it's not good.
That's Kansas.
How will you survive? Get back in your car and drive fast in the opposite direction.
Nope.
Climb up the sturdiest tree, find a ditch on the ground, and stay there until the tornado passes.
So what is it, VB?
Ditch. What do you think a storm shelter is? It goes underground.
The last
You go
one.
underground. You
If the
always go to the
tornado
basement.
passes
That is
over
always
you,
what I've been
it
taught.
won't sweep you up.
Go as low as you can.
You walk into a
So I'm
room,
doing pretty good.
and
I have
right
25
when you close
points.
the door, it catches fire. There's no way out, but firefighters are on their way. How
What a
will you buy
coincidence.
yourself some time until help arrives? By lying flat on the floor, by climbing onto a chair
We're in
to
sixth
avoid the
grade.
flames, by standing in the corner of the room.
Stop, drop, and roll. No, you have to, because the smoke will, from
It's
the
first
fire
option.
will rise
Smoke
to the
travels
air.
upwards toward
So
the
you
ceiling.
wanna get down
so
low,
lying
that way
flat
you
on
don't
the
breathe in
floor
it.
will
Yeah.
help you to
Good
breathe.
job.
You're trapped
Sadly,
in a
we've
maze
done many fire
inside an
lessons.
abandoned castle. You can pick only one door to stay alive. The first one leads to a room filled with sharp blades and knives.
Right.
The second has dozens of venomous snakes and spiders. Behind the third door, there's an electrified moat. Which one do you pick?
I'm just gonna go with Daddy.
Ah,
The
Why?
last door.
interesting.
Since this is an abandoned castle, you can flip the light switch to check if it has electricity, and then go through there. A creepy professor has taken you to his secret island.
That's so stupid.
He wants to see how smart you are.
Okay.
He presents you with,
not that
guess
smart.
what? 3 doors.
Of course.
But only one is safe.
Of course.
The first one leads to 5 of the most dangerous people on Earth.
Okay.
The
I
second
know all
leads to a
them.
room with
Well,
a
some of
powerful
them.
laser and mirrors on the wall. The third leads to a lab filled with radioactive waste. Which is the least dangerous option?
I know which one. Go with your gut. Don't just go because that's what I guessed.
You said I know which one.
The first door.
I didn't.
It'll be easier to deceive the people there into letting you walk free.
I don't know. I feel like you
You're
can lay
lost
down
in
on the
an
ground and
ancient
then
cave
they won't
system,
hit you,
and
but
you come
that's me.
across 3 tunnels. You must swim through them
Never
to the
seen
exit.
the
The first
Spy
is
Kids
filled
movies.
with lava. The second has stagnant water containing bacteria and parasites. The third contains cornstarch mixed with water. Which one is the least dangerous to go through?
This one I do know. You can walk on top of it.
Yeah. Cornstarch and water.
Stagnant water is your best
I
option.
lied. I'm
Lava will
dumb.
burn you, and cornstarch water will swallow you.
So
in
you can
just a
walk on
few
top
minutes.
of it.
Good luck.
Oh well, it would still. So.
I still got 25 coins.
How
Or
are you
28.
so good at these games? You know what? I know absolutely nothing. I should let my.
This. That's all it is.
I should just. I keep forgetting you have a microphone. I don't know why I'm passing mine off to you, but. Don't listen to me. Listen to the survival expert, VB.
Since when am I the survival expert?
When
You've
you
been
won.
teaching me on survival for the entire time I've known you. You've taught me exactly what to do in a survival situation.
Well, I feel like if there was an alternate dimension, I would just
So you gotta use logic.
be screwed.
You just gotta use logic, Daddy.
Yeah.
I feel like what you have is test anxiety.
Test anxiety.
You
Actually,
can't.
that's-
Your brain goes into shut off
That's actually
mode.
not bad, but that is not a conversation for you on the Plus None. We will see you next time on the Plus None channel.
Bye-bye.
See you later.